Well, how you doing? Mr. DJ's back. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to do tonight. My computer's getting primed to do some Windows updates, so I may have to cut this short, but I'll try to squeeze in as many as I can for my 50s YouTube channel. Boy, we're talking about some rock and roll. Yes. Now, let's go into this real quick. Billboard's Hot 100, December 8th, 1958. Got to go back to 1958. Billboard's Hot 100. And Chantilly Lace by the Big Bopper at number 15, down from 16. Whole Lot of Lovin' by Fast Domino on here. And Cannonball by Dwayne Eddy. And Bim Bombay, it's kind of a rock and roll song by Jimmy Rogers. And I Got Stung by Elvis. Queen of the Hot by Bobby Darin. So here's the thing. Bottom line is rock and roll making its big impact as the big band era comes to an end and rock and roll starts to kind of take over. And on Billboard's Hot 100, the song that I want to play for you. Well, we got the Big Bopper at number 15, but Big Bopper's got another one. He's at number 71 on Billboard's Hot 100. No, number 72, up from 90 the previous week. Debuted at number 90, jumped 18 to 72. Big Bopper with Little Red Riding Hood. Man, it's a rock and roll record. I like the way he starts. Got the great echo. J.P. Richardson from Texas. And started out as a radio station called KTRM. It was in Beaumont, Texas. He started out as a DJ. He was part-time initially. He was in college, but in 1949 became a full-time member of KTRM radio station in Beaumont, Texas. And he got married. Got married in the early 50s, had a daughter, but he got drafted into the Army in 1955. So he had to leave his radio career for a while, but he came back as a corporal in 1957. He got back on, was rehired at KTRM. He had a shift got a shift from 3 to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, it was during this time, 1956, 1957, he saw a group of college students. It might have been at a nightclub, a dance hall. He saw a group of college students doing a dance called the Bop. J.P. Richardson, hey, I'm going to call myself the Big Bopper. Boy, he had such a big voice, too. I mean, the music could just barely contain that voice of his. The music, the melodic structures of the rock and roll records just barely contain the voice, the big booming voice of the Big Bopper, the exuberant voice of the Big Bopper. But now, get this about the Big Bopper. You probably didn't know this about the Big Bopper. This is incredible. He did a long-running stint, continuously on air. KTRM. They did a remote. KTRM, they did a remote from the Jefferson Theater. It was in downtown Beaumont. On that remote, the Big Bopper, he was on the air for 5 days. Continuously, 5 days. Now, when the 5-minute news came on, he did break to take a shower, but other than that, he was on the air for 5 days, continuous. 5 days, 2 hours, and 8 minutes. He played 1,821 records. Yes, that would be that's a lot of records, man. Have a sock hop show, Mr. DJ playing 1,821 records. Boy, I'd get into all those obscure records, but let's talk about the Big Bopper. That's incredible. Think about that. Get to play 1,821 records. White Lightning. He played the guitar, the Big Bopper did, but he was also a songwriter. He wrote White Lightning, George Jones' first #1 country hit in 1959, one of his all-time standard signature hits. And for a friend, he had a friend named Johnny Preston, wrote the song Running Bear. Of course, Big Bopper came out with Chantilly Lace, which went to number 6 on Billboard's Hot 100, and one of the runner-ups to it, Little Red Riding Hood, coming in at number 72. Week of December the 8th, 1958, Billboard's Hot 100.